But if I was coming forward voluntarily, that has to count for something, right? If I come forward and I tell them the truth.
With your prior DUIs and the fact that you were at a bar gives the state reason to charge you with first-degree vehicular homicide or even felony murder. That's 30 years to life.
What?
If you were to come forward right now, you would be completely screwed.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's time to listen to Mom. It's 2025, but there are still some unrated movies that were in 2024. Now, movies don't always need to be fast-paced and full of non-stop edits or action. In fact, they can question our morals and society and make us think. Movies that sit with us forever, that really challenge us. That is the movie Juror number 2. So let's cover what is this film. Well, first off, if you're not a fan of courtroom dramas, I mean, this movie isn't for you. You pretty much click off and say that was a waste of my time. I'm sorry. But Juror number 2 is a 2024 legal thriller directed by Clint Eastwood. Yes, I think Clint Eastwood is around 92 years old now, and the film centers around Justin Kemp, Nicholas Hoult. I apologize if I mispronounce his name. He plays Beast in X-Men. He's so good. He's very talented. And seeing this movie, I realized just how talented he really is. He's a journalist, a recovering alcoholic in Savannah, Georgia, who is selected for jury duty. It's literally at random in a high-profile murder trial. So that's pretty much the premise. The defendant is James Scythe, who stands accused of murdering his girlfriend, Kendall Carter, and following the public altercation. As the trial unfolds, Justin recalls that on the night of Kendall's death, he was at the same bar and later hit something with his car on his way home, initially believing that he just hit a deer. He begins to suspect that he may have accidentally killed Kendall, placing him in a moral quandary, reveal that his potential guilt and face severe consequences. Or does he remain silent and allow an innocent man to be convicted? That's the whole premise of the movie. And it's gripping because throughout it questions what is the balance of truth versus justice, what's good and wrong. And there's a lot of moments, I even rewatched the film and I was saying, man, in this moment, if he just stood up and said something, I wonder if we'd be in a whole different situation. So that leads us now to, is this movie good? Yeah, it's good. It has a lot of depth, and the synopsis really does set the stage. If that synopsis didn't grip you, then I don't know what's going to. That's what you would read on the back of a box before you watch this movie, but the acting from everyone is that it just really clicks. It may have felt forced at some point, the dynamic with his wife, where they try to be organic, and it seemed like they're trying to be off-scripted and really build a connection. Sometimes it just felt a little too much, and I couldn't tell why. And maybe that's the whole premise, that he's a little disconnected, and maybe he doesn't feel like he deserves that life. But essentially, they're going for authenticity, real people, real problems, and it leads us to the next point. What is the problem with this film? I mean, I'd love to watch this with a friend who's ready to think and discuss this film, which leads to the bad. This is not your normal action movie. It's slow. It's something that has to be ready to delve into and willing to invest into the character. So initially, if you don't like the character, you don't like the actor, then that's it. The movie's done. Like, you're not going to enjoy it at all. It's a slow burning piece, which some people use and say slow burn. Oh, that means that it's boring. But everything really matters, and there's not much screen time that is wasted, which is, I praise Clint Eastwood as a director because every scene felt monumental to the buildup. And then it led me into watching more courtroom dramas. I mean, is this 12 Angry Men? No, it's not, but it does have a spot to shine. Overall, and the effort of the court piece is commendable, and I respect a ton what it's trying to do. I'm just surprised how much this movie flew under the radar, though, and how it's sad how it didn't get many views. And I don't even know if this will get many views. So I'm keeping it a little short because I want you guys to really just sit down and watch this movie. Take a breather, slow things down as you start the new year, and just watch something different. It's not in theaters, so if you ask, do I watch this in theaters? I just rent it. It's worth your time, unless you love courtroom dramas. I mean, it really is the movie to watch. And if you don't, I don't know, maybe it isn't the movie for you. And maybe rewatch a lot of courtroom dramas. I rewatched 12 Angry Men, Lincoln Lawyer, Just Mercy, and To Kill a Mockingbird is always a classic. But nonetheless, does it beat those out? I definitely think it beats out The Lincoln Lawyer. It's not going to beat out 12 Angry Men, but I think it holds up. And I think it's a movie that, as time passes, people will look at and say, man, we should have given that a little more thought. And Clint Eastwood for making a genuine effort on a courtroom drama. If you enjoyed this quick review, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.